Okay, now what I want to talk about is my favorite friend, Greg Park, ChosunNinja. Recently he posted a video, I believe it was titled The Bujinkan, or about the Bujinkan and Antony. Okay, I'm going to post the links down below anyway. Basically in his video, he talks about how he has no opinion about the Bujinkan and about Antony. He's talking about Antony Cummings. And I want to explain something. Greg is doing this video because I did made a comment on a video that he's featuring on his Korean Ninjutsu channel that's called Another Bujinkan Doofus. You can go onto his Korean Ninjutsu channel and see that video. Anyway, that video is basically somebody had posted it up who's against the Bujinkan, doesn't think the Bujinkan is real, and is trying to make a mockery of the Bujinkan. Which, you know what, fine, everybody's entitled to their opinions. I don't really care about that. I have my opinions, everybody's got theirs. But to make a video that's saying you don't have an opinion, come on, Greg. Okay, I know you have opinions about the Bujinkan because you've expressed them before. Now, you also said in your video that you have a lot of respect for Hatsumi Sensei and Takamatsu Sensei, and that but as far as your opinions on it, you say that you don't have any because you've never trained in the Bujinkan, so you can't have any opinions on it. Alright. Again, he's posted this video because of a comment I made on that one video that he's has featured on his Korean Ninjutsu channel. Basically what I did is I posted a comment stating that he had a video on his previous channel, the ChosunNinja channel, a long time ago, where he was basically praising Hatsumi up and down and saying that he was the best warrior, or one of the best warriors in the world, and that he had the utmost respect for him, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, he never reposted that video when he opened his new channel, obviously. So he posts this video saying now that he doesn't have any opinions about the Bujinkan. Well, I'm going to show you some videos, or some clips from some videos of his, where he's comparing his techniques to what he calls techniques taught in other ninjutsu schools. Now, he doesn't specify what other ninjutsu schools, but anybody who's ever practiced or trained in the Bujinkan, the Genbukan, or the Jininkan is going to know exactly what he's attempting to do. Okay, and I say attempting because the techniques that he performs, that he's supposedly comparing his Korean Ninjutsu techniques to, are done incredibly wrong and improperly. Now, I don't know whether he did them wrong and improperly because he has never trained in those arts and doesn't know what he's doing, or he's purposely done them wrong and improperly so that he can compare them against his techniques and say, oh, look at how good my techniques compare to these ones.
Okay guys, in some systems, they'll teach you how to just take your hands and reach out and throw your body into it. So it looks like a motion like this. Okay? It's actually using your body weight and throwing your hand at the same time. Our system, we don't teach it like this, like you're reaching and then pushing out. We don't teach it like that. As a matter of fact, the way we teach it is we always use 2 arms. What we do is we draw, just in case they panic and they throw anything at you, because they might react by doing that. If that happens, what we want to do is circle, and then clear everything out, and then lay. Hi guys, on this video we're going to go into some of the taisabakis. Our system and other systems has similarities, but it also has differences. And these subtle differences makes a giant difference in your fighting techniques. And we're going to go into their basic taisabaki. And some schools do like this. When somebody approaches, they step out like this and they strike. The backhand strike like this, and then they come in and do other stuff. Okay? If he comes in, they also do it this way, in this position, which is a triangle step out, and they block, okay? In our system, we don't do it that way. Correct way, or the way we do it, when somebody comes in, we pivot our toe this way, never towards them, opening our groin and center area, but we actually point the toe outward and we drop our knee. This prevents him from kicking my groin. Okay guys, now we're going to get into the 3-finger techniques. I've seen other ninjutsu, authentic ninjutsu schools, or they claim they have a strike like this, where they're here and they hide their hand and then they come up with a 3-finger strike. So it looks like this. And the classic example they show is when somebody throws a punch, they do this block and then they step into it like this. Okay, basically it looks like this, and they encourage you to do this. Okay, and I don't encourage anybody to look like Richard Simmons. Okay, we're not doing aerobics here. Okay. So I also don't want any students to, fight like that. Not in our system, but other systems, they teach it so that, I guess, you put a lot of power behind this gigantic movement and force. So when they do it fast, it could look effective, but in reality, you have to know why you're doing the strikes and the reason behind it. So let me educate you on our system. The 3-finger strike is an uppercut, but it's not designed to hit somebody in the rib or things like the way they show you. The 3-finger strike in our ninjutsu is designed to strike right where the head meets the throat. The reason is, when you're fighting a samurai or something like this, when you hit here, this hand covers and it parries out anything that comes at you, including a sword or weapon. This hand comes in, shoots where the...
Either way, they were done wrong. But that's not my point. My point with this video is that, Greg, you can't get up and say, well, I don't have an opinion about the Bujinkan, or the Genbukan, or the Jininkan, when you've already posted videos comparing your system to that other system. And I'm going to actually post a video clip to this as well, of a video that you did a long time ago, where you are telling your students to never, ever, ever talk bad about another martial art.
But if you attack me, it's a different story, but I don't want that. I really don't. This is what I want to say to all my students and fans out there. There is no one martial arts that is superior, okay? All martial arts is good, and you should respect that. And if you really consider yourself my students, please honor everybody, all walks of life. don't ever put any other martial arts, whatever they do, or how skilled or unskilled they are, please show them respect. Do that for me, okay, if you consider me your sensei.
But you're two-faced, Greg. You're going against what you're telling your students to do, and you're doing it. You're talking bad about another martial art that you have you've never trained in. Right? So if you're like, I mean, that's all fine and well, but don't get up and say that you have no opinion. I mean, I'm guilty of criticizing your martial art, Greg, having never trained in it. So I'm not going to say that nobody does that, or that you're the only person that shouldn't do that. But don't do it and then get up and say that you shouldn't do it and that you have no opinion on it, because obviously you do have an opinion on it, and you're just lying to your students, you're lying to your viewers again. Okay? And the only purpose you're doing that is to make us look bad and make you look good. Right? You're cheating your students because you're spending so much time worrying about us and what we're talking about and what we're saying, then you're not spending time teaching your students. I'm sure they come to you for the purpose of learning. They don't come to you so that they can listen to you bash your haters or your critics. So what are you doing? You're cheating your students. You don't see Hatsumi Sensei getting up on YouTube and posting videos bashing you. Why? Because he's got better things to do. He's got students that are coming to him daily from all over the world to learn his martial art. And that's what he does. He doesn't care what you say about the Bujinkan. Or maybe he does care about it, and he likely knows about it. But he's got better things to do, Greg. And so should you have better things to do. I mean, you're supposed to be these people's master or sensei, which means you're supposed to be dedicated to teaching them your martial art. When you're spending most of your time now bashing your critics instead of teaching them martial arts. So what's with that? Which is it, Greg? Do you want to be? Do you want to spend your time on YouTube bashing your haters, or do you want to, actually spend your time teaching people effective martial art? Now, that's not to say that I think your martial art is effective or not, but I'm just saying, what is your priorities, Greg? Are your priorities towards your students, or are your priorities towards us? We'll always be there if you want to give us attention, Greg. But, where do your priorities sit? Anyway, that was basically the purpose of this video, is just to say, tell people, show people that, he's got up and said that he has no opinions on the Bujinkan or the Genbukan or the Jininkan, but he's shown that he does have opinions, and not necessarily good opinions. He's trying to hide this fact from you and put up a bunch of smoke and mirrors, but in reality, he's got some very strong opinions, and he's just not wanting you to know about that. Anyway, until next time, have a good Saturday.